Hey guys, I'm Daniel Shalala. The date is the 4th of July 2025 and I've got Robert Davies with me. We're going to do our exercise session. Alright Robert, how are you feeling today?
Great.
Feeling well? And how's your day been so far? What have you been up to?
Just working and looking
Awesome.
after my grandchild.
Oh, that's incredible. Awesome. So you had your grandchild over? Nice. Alright, well Robert, let's get you fit and strong, which is part of our goals. And part of your goals is actually to be able to be mobile with the grandchild and control your type 2 diabetes by obviously our doctor's recommendations to do some low to moderate exercise. How's that sound?
It's amazing.
Alright, and we'll do a full body workout today, Robert. So do a little bit of legs, a bit of upper body, and we'll do some functional and mobility stretches. How does that sound?
Amazing.
Awesome. Right, Robert, well, let's warm up.
Yeah.
So for the warm up, Robert, we're just going to go with some, have a quick sip of water, Robert. No worries. And let's go for some arm circles. Perfect, just like this, nice and dynamic in a forward motion. Perfect. And backwards. So keep your chest out, shoulders back, nice and neutral spine, and it's about getting that dynamic movement in the upper body. I'm just going to turn the camera a bit. Fantastic. Alright, Robert, we'll shake it out with some overs and unders. So we'll alternate between one arm being over and then swap it around for the next one to be under. Perfect. Pull it on. Alright Robert, what we're going to do is some torso twists. So you interlock your fingers, hold it right by your sternum, and we'll just twist at the torso. Loosen up that back a little bit. Fantastic. Awesome. And how are you feeling, Robert?
Oh, good. Warm up.
Feeling warmed up?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, we'll do a little bit for your legs and we'll get straight into it. How's that sound?
Great.
Let's go for some bodyweight squats. So chest out, shoulders back, core tight, glutes tight, feet shoulder width apart, slight little hinge of the hips. And while we're activating your core and your glutes, let's squat nice and low, Robert. Test that range of motion. Let your hips work with your knees, working with your ankles, and test that flexibility in your joints. So this is a nice effective warm up just to activate your quads and your glutes. How does that feel?
Good.
We're going to go for 10 reps, Robert, so that's halfway through, that's 5. We've got 5 to go. There you go. Nice, Robert, well done. And feeling okay?
Okay.
Beauty. Okay, well let's have a quick little breather and I'll explain to you the main workout exercises that we'll be doing. Alright, so we'll be doing some kettlebell deadlifts, specifically RDLs, which is Romanian deadlifts. What that's going to work, Robert, is predominantly your hamstrings and a little bit of your lower back. How does that sound?
That's good.
So they're key areas that we said we want to work on strengthening, but you also said that there's no lower back pain, so you're feeling okay?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, fantastic. So we'll proceed with those. We're also going to do some seated shoulder press with the dumbbells. We'll do some bodyweight step-ups, and we'll also have a go at some kettlebell goblet squat and some push-ups off the bar. How does that sound? A nice exercise that's going to utilise your chest, your shoulders, your legs, and we'll finish off with a little bit of core at the end. Awesome, Robert. Okay, so now that we're warmed up, find a little bit of room in the middle there, and I'll grab over our equipment, our kettlebell. And what I'm going to do, Robert, is before you get into I'll demonstrate the form for a Romanian deadlift using the kettlebell. So essentially, we'll start with the kettlebell being on the floor. We'll approach it, feet shoulder width apart. We want to get nice and close to the kettlebell because when you're doing a deadlift of any sorts, especially with a barbell, you want it to be right on your legs there, so you want to get nice and close. So we'll go, in this case, we'll go for a double overhand grip. Ensure that your wrists are nice and straight. Now in this position you want to bend down, so utilise the flexibility from your hips and your knees. Chest out, shoulders back, elbows tucked in, head nice and neutral, core tight, glutes tight. And when you're ready, you're in a strong starting position. We will stand up, slight little thrust of the hips at the top, and you want to stick your glutes out almost as if you're closing a door shut with the glutes. Okay, so that's a traditional deadlift. For the RDLs, we're going to make a slight little variation. So rather than getting all the way down, now that we're up and we have the kettlebell in this position, the knees are just going to be slightly bent, and there's no more range of movement in the knees. We'll keep them in this position here. And it's just a hinge at the hips. Once your chest is facing the ground and you feel like you have maxed out with your range of motion at the hips, you'll come right back up. Do we give that a go?
Yeah.
Awesome. Alright, Robert, so let's approach the kettlebell. We'll get nice and close, feet shoulder width apart. Okay, and we'll crouch down, overhand grip. Now before we lift up, you want to have your chest out, your shoulders back, activating your core, activating your glutes, and we'll stand right in an upright position, slight little bend at the knees, and it's all a nice hinge in the hips. Just like that, perfect, Robert, and back up. Beautiful, we're going to go for 8 reps. 2, fantastic, so keep those shoulder blades back, back nice and neutral, keeping your core tight, squeezing your glutes. So squeezing your glutes and tensing your core is really important, Robert, for maintaining a nice neutral spine and avoiding any lower back issues. Especially since we're looking to strengthen the lower back, the one thing we don't want to be doing is injuring it. Fantastic, give me 3 more reps, Robert. 2 to go. Just remember, keep those knees in place. So we're going to keep a slight little bend in the knees and they stay in that position. Perfect. And 1 more. Alright, Robert, well done. And when we replace, I'll take the weight off you. No worries. Awesome. Well done. How you feeling, Robert? Feeling good?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go onto some dumbbell shoulder press. We'll give your legs a little rest and we'll hit some upper body before we come back and do some kettlebell goblet squats. How does that sound?
Great.
Fantastic. So let's go. Thank you, Robert.
Cheers, mate.
No worries.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so we'll get the seat in a nice upright position because you want to keep your back nice and neutral, and you don't want to bend too far back at the back in order to put any unnecessary pressure on your spine.
Mm-hmm.
What you want to do in this position, Robert, is plant your feet nice and strong, squeeze your glutes, activate your core, and with your back it should be nice and flat on the bench there. So there shouldn't be any gaps between the lower back and the bench. Nice and flat. Okay. I'll hand you over the dumbbells. Okay, so nice overhand grip of these. Okay, and what we're going to do, Robert, is from this position. Sorry. Yeah. From this position here, keep the elbows tucked in, keep that form nice and strong, that posture nice and strong. And we're going to go for a nice, big overhead push. And back down. Alright, we're just going to go down to 90 degrees, so I'll just show you where the limit for that is, Robert. So down to touch my fingers right there, that's a tactile cue. So when you feel my fingers, we'll stop there and push up and meet in the middle. Fantastic form. What I'd like to do as well, Robert, is make a slight adjustment with your grip. Let's go for a reverse V. So your wrists are at 45 degrees, and as you're pushing up, you're hitting the right part of your delts there. Alright, so nice big push, 2 more efforts. And last one, Robert. And up and rest. Okay, so dumbbells on your thighs, keep your elbows tucked in, nice and close, and we'll bring those in. And I'll take them off you. Fantastic. Okay, Robert, and how was that? Easy, moderate, challenging?
Moderate.
Moderate, fantastic. And how are you feeling so far? Feeling well?
Feeling well.
Would you like a water break?
Yes, please.
Okay, awesome. Well, Robert, we have our water station over here, so please help yourself to a fresh, hygienic cup and enjoy some hydration. Beautiful. And has this been meeting your expectations so far?
My expectations?
Yes, of training.
Oh, yes. Sorry. My expectations are,
Being bad?
yeah, being bad. Sorry. The exercise, anyway. Yes, the expectations are being met. I'm feeling okay. No pain. Not on the back, not
Awesome.
on knee. Oh, good.
Fantastic. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it and I'm glad we're doing it safely and effectively.
Yes.
So we're not going to go to 0 to 100 at the moment, Robert. What's really important today is just formulating a plan so we can know your technique and form. And once we both feel confident with our technical ability, we'll then look to progress through the weights and certainly aim to increase strength. How does that sound?
That's great.
So one of the first things you're going to notice with exercise, Robert, is within the first couple of weeks, you should start to feel a little bit more energetic. That's something that you mentioned to me is you feel a little bit lethargic and flat at the moment. So we'd love for you to, feel the benefits from regular exercise and get that extra little energy boost throughout your day. I know you mentioned when you come off the couch sometimes, you're a little bit slow to get up and it's a little bit sore. By increasing your strength, your functionality, your mobility, that should also attend to that issue and give you the best quality of life.
Yes.
And I'm really looking forward to working with you, Robert. I think we can achieve some fantastic things.
Yes.
Awesome. Right, Robert, so coming back to our legs now, we're going to go for some goblet squats. So I'll just hand you over the dumbbell and we're going to hold it right in our palms, feet shoulder width apart, chest out, shoulders back, core activated by squeezing it in as if you're bracing for impact, and squeeze your glutes together. And we can get as low as we can go and back up in a nice controlled fashion.
Yes.
How does that sound?
That's good.
Awesome. Right, Robert. So we'll start a little bit lighter. Like I mentioned to you, it's all about nailing the technique and form today, and then over the course of the next week or two, we can sort of gauge what your current abilities are. Okay, so palms right under the dumbbell, fingers wrapped over the top. You're going to hold the dumbbell right by your sternum, keep your elbows tucked in, chest out, shoulders back, activating your core, squeezing your glutes, feet just a little bit closer together, slight little hinge at your hips, Robert, take the pressure off your lower back, and begin to perform the squat. Up, and down. Awesome, Robert, well done. How does that feel?
Good.
Feeling good? And where are you feeling that workout?
Quite.
And the quads, fantastic. That's where we should be feeling it, Robert. Anywhere else in the legs?
A little bit in the back.
There, the glutes?
Yeah, good.
Okay, right, fantastic. So quads and glutes, definitely feeling it in the right places. You feeling anything in the lower back, Rob?
No.
Awesome. Okay, 6. Gonna go for 10. 7. 3 to go. 8, 2 to go, Robert. Come on, Robert, you can do it. Doing really well. Let's go, Robert. And last one, all the way down, up, and fantastic. Well done. How are you feeling?
Amazing.
Feeling good?
Yes.
Awesome. And was it easy, moderate, challenging?
Moderate.
Moderate. Awesome, Rob. So that's the intensity that we're aiming for today. So we're smashing it so far. You feeling well?
Yes.
Any pain at all?
No.
Awesome, okay. So Robert, so far so good. We've got a couple exercises in. We've done our Romanian deadlifts. We've done some shoulder press. We've done our goblet squats. What we're going to do is some body weight step ups. So we've got a little step right over here.
Yeah.
Let's get to the palm. Right. It's something down, so. Alright, cool. So what we're going to do, Robert, is nice and gently, we're going to place one leg on the step here, keeping our chest out, shoulders back, core tight, glutes tight, and our left foot is going to join our right foot, which is planted. So just like this, and safely back down while keeping up posture and keeping up form. Okay, so that's 2, 3, 4, we're going to go for 8 each leg. How's that sound?
That's good.
Alright, Robert, so plant your foot nice and flat. Alright, gain your balance, chest out, shoulders back, core tight, glutes tight, and your left foot flat, meaning your right foot staying on the step, and left foot coming off. Perfect. 3 reps. So make sure that we get adequate power while we push up. So if we don't push hard enough, our form's going to collapse on itself and there's going to be a little bit of instability. But if you push hard and activate all the right muscles, you should feel a nice little exercise through your quads and your glutes. Is that what you're feeling?
Yes, I'm feeling quads and glutes.
Awesome, Robert. We've got 2 more reps and then we'll swap legs over. And last one. And let's swap. Okay. Fantastic. Doing really well, Robert. Looking fantastic. Looking really good. Really, really good.
Thank you, mate.
You look great, Robert. Okay, hand up and down. Back up. Fantastic. Halfway through. We've got 4 to go. 3 to go. 2 to go. And last one, Robert. All the way down and big push. And both feet off the step. And rest. How you feeling?
Good.
Okay, a little bit tired.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
understandable,
Those
understandable.
are hurting.
Yeah, this is a really good exercise for your mobility. So especially getting that little bend in the knee and getting used to pushing up on a little bit of a higher step than what you're used to. Especially since it's about 1.5 times the height of a stair, is going to give you that fantastic strength in able to do functional activities like walking up a flight of stairs, walking up hills, just general bending down, grabbing your car keys.
We have a lot of stairs at my home.
Fantastic, right? So more of a reason to do this. Awesome. Okay, so would you like a quick water break?
Yes, please.
Okay, no worries. Well, let's have a little water break and we'll get into our last exercise, which is our dumbbell bicep curls. Oh. All right, Robert, ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, rock and roll.
Rock and roll?
Rock and roll.
Alright, so here you go with the dumbbells. Go with these ones. Okay, so Robert, in order to do an effective bicep curl, we're going to stand shoulder width apart, a little bend in the knee just for stability and take the pressure off the knees. Keep your glutes tight, keep your core tight, elbows tucked into your hips, arms nice and straight, and then you're going to curl into your chest and then straight back down. So the arms should not be moving, they should be locked right into our hips, and in a hinge-like motion, our arms are going to come up and down with the weight of dumbbell. Okay? Awesome, Robert. Let's go 1 arm at a time, and we're going to do 5 each arm. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So just 1 at a time. Perfect. And this one comes down. Awesome. So that's okay, Robert. I can sense there's we're new to this exercise, so I'll just demonstrate the up-down motion.
Okay.
So, so essentially 1 arm comes up, we'll complete the repetition, and then the next arm will proceed. How does that sound?
That's good.
Okay, sweet. Awesome, nice, Robert. So 1 at a time. One at a time, Robert. Okay, so beautiful. And the next one. Wonderful, Robert. Well done, doing really well. Great readjustment. 2, fantastic. So that's 2 each arm. We're going to go for 5 each arm. That's 3, so just a little over halfway. 4, and we've got 1 to go. And last one, Robert, nice big finish. And rest. Okay, well done. Awesome. So, Robert, Our final exercise to balance out the whole body would be our chest. So we're going to go for some push-ups. I know that you said push-ups are a little bit challenging to do on your hands and toes. So what we're going to do is a slight regression. We're going to start off today on our bar. And there's many progressions that we'll do over time with push-ups. So we'll aim to get there and build over the course of the next couple of months. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Incredible. Okay, well, let's go. Alright, so hands just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And what we're going to do is ensure that our wrists are nice and straight so we don't hurt these delicate little ligaments and our flexor and extensor muscles in the wrist. Okay, what we're going to do is bring your hips forward, nice and tight, glutes nice and tight. Maybe we'll have your feet back a little bit more. And when you're ready, we'll perform a push-up, keep your elbows in and chest as low to the bar as possible. We're going to go for 6, 2, 3, halfway through, 3 to go. And we got one more, Robert. Last one, and rest. How's that? Okay, a little bit challenging at the moment.
Yeah.
That's okay. We'll continue to do push-ups this way, Robert. The form is fantastic. I'm glad you got the 6 reps in. We should find over time, once our body conditions to the exercise, and we start to build that initial strength, this will get easier, and then we can look a little bit further down the line at doing some progressions. Okay, how does that sound?
Amazing.
Amazing. Okay, Robert. Well, that's a glowing review. I love the enthusiasm and the excitement.
Ready to do the progressions.
That's what we want to hear. You want to do it now? Right, Robert, let's go.
No.
Okay, awesome. So, Robert, we're just going to do a cool down. So let's we'll just proceed with feet just a little bit wide and shoulder width apart. We're going to do our windmill stretch. So a nice whole body stretch. Right hand to left toe, left hand to right toe. Just like that. Just like a windmill. As if you're about to power the suburb. Awesome. Well done, Robert. So generate all that power. Fantastic. Ready? So functioning windmill. Well done. Alright, Robert, we'll just touch your toes or get as close to your toes as possible. I'd like to implement some cool down stretches that are just going to continue to sort of work at gaining that mobility and that functionality. So I know you mentioned to me the big turning point for you wanting to come into the gym was when you dropped your car keys a couple of months ago and you struggled to pick them up.
Yes,
so let's just get used to this motion of bending down and try and get as close to touching our toes as possible. Look, I don't think Robert would get that far down, so maybe just a little bit less. Okay. Nice, Robert, well done. Alright, and to finish off with Robert, we'll just get some high knees. So just like this, working that mobility in the hips. Also really good for stability and balance as you're spending a little bit of time on one leg. Okay. That's right, Robert, doing well. So if you need a slightly wider stance, that's okay. Well, Robert, it seems that you're struggling a little bit with the balance, so what I might get you to do is with one hand hold onto the wall, and we'll continue with our high knees. Much better. Awesome. Okay. Nice, Robert. So let's just see how high we can get the knees, a little bit higher. And rest. Okay, Robert, so that should complete the exercise session.
Yeah.
How was that?
I feel amazing. It was moderate to challenge how I asked it, as I asked it. I feel comfortable to grab my keys now from before.
Already? Oh, fantastic. Instant results, Robert. That's come a little bit quicker than anticipated, but I'm really glad to hear that you found it effective. That's alright, Robert. And look, if it gets to the point where maybe, you know, you feel like you can't do it today, don't be discouraged. That's okay. We're going to continue to work hard and we'll regain that functionality, mobility, and give you that quality of life that you're looking for. Any other feedback that you'd like to share today?
No pain.
Is there anything that you particularly enjoyed or didn't enjoy from today's session?
The push-ups were a little bit challenging,
Sure.
and as you can see, the balance were a little bit challenging as well.
Yes, yes, certainly. So right now, what I'd like to sort of treat it as is a starting point. If you find something a little bit challenging, Robert, that's okay. We'll work with progressions and regressions, and we'll find what's just right for you now. But don't ever feel discouraged with how we currently are. It's just a starting point. And of course, we've set our short-term and long-term goals. We understand where we are now, and all that's important is that we continue to improve over time. It is a process, but I'm here in your corner. I care about your long-term results. I'm with you, and we're going to get there together.
Okay.
Okay, pleasure, Robert.
Thank you.
We'll see you Monday at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. I'm fine.
Okay, awesome.
Thank
See you
you.
then, Robert. Thank you.